National Football League is on the air. Today it's a preseason matchup, as it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on the Houston Texans. And we are underway from ESRB Stadium in Houston. Good return up past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their quarterback now in his third season in the league.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one is capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm time when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
Second down and 6 now. Once again, they run with Mixon. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And Mixon not going to get there. Running into a wall here, and they'll stop him short. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. They'll run with Mixon, and he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield.
A gain of 3 yards. And the Texans first down.
Now it's Mixon running right. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And we'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who was shaken up on that last play. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And a tough slide. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8.
Second down at the 36-yard line.
Mixing up the middle. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. So 3rd down. They need to get to the 28 for a first. Here we go. A shotgun snap to Stroud. And that will be incomplete.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
How about them biting up 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive?
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. And we'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who was shaken up on that last play. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. Flush to his right. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
They'll talk about a rhythm breaker right there. They've been moving the ball well. Drive it started beautifully. That one's going to hurt.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very low. Call a no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. So here now are the Panthers for their first drive of the game. And they'll be led out by a guy who has a couple years under his belt in the NFL, their third-year quarterback.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yards with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100 plus the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
On play action, Young. And that's incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 13-yard line.
19 yards. And the Panther first down.
The play fake, now Young. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line.
Bryce Young sacked. A loss of 6 yards. It's second down.
No score after one on EA Sports. Panther football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it facing a second and long situation.
Let's go.
Straight ahead with Hubbard. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They get a running back on that one. It leads to third down. 3rd and 4.
Let's go. Yellow, 22.
Right back to Hubbard. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
The line of scrimmage. Ryan Fitzgerald on for the field goal. A 24-yard.
And his kick here is good. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead.
Texans nothing.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go.
And they'll go play action here with Stroud. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. His first catch, good for 14 there, and a first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Stroud sets up the play action. He'll buy some time right. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
A toss left, Mixon. And only a couple there as he'll take this up to the 47.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman. The ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Josie Jewell. And a return across midfield into the 46-yard line. They'll run on first down with Hubbard. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here is Young. They'll run the screen with Hubbard. A little juke. Once more the juke. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Finding Sanders on the crossing route. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
Ready. 50.
Hubbard. Going to be stopped before he can get moving forward as he'll lose a couple back to the 5-yard line. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. To throw, Young. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Young will set to throw. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. On 4th down on is Ryan Fitzgerald for the Carolina field goal. That's just 32 yards officially from the right hash. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they're able to double their lead just before half. It's 6-0. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And that's going to be incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
He's got it to Collins, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. Play action. Here's Stroud. And just not enough on the throw there. Got around his feet and incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Stroud off the play fake. This one complete to Christian Kirk. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Again, it's Stroud. Throw over the middle is taken in by Dell. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Well, he's got it. And the Texans are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Nixon will take this one in for a Texans touchdown.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. And we will likely not see another play here as they take the knee and head into the intermission all tied. So we are deadlocked at the break here, and the EA Sports Halftime Report starts now. Here's Scott Hansen.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Scott Hansen here with an abridged version of the halftime report. Both offenses still trying to find their way. Tight competitive game, though, as we are tied at the half. To find out who will come out on top, let's rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Scott, thanks very much. And we welcome all of you back here on EA Sports for quarter number 3. Expect to see a good number of backups going forward as we are back and underway here in preseason week 2. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. And Dalton and the Panthers now with a 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. And right away, he'll look to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Leads to 2nd and 10.
Dalton here from the gun. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
And it's 3rd down.
Dalton now to pass. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Danico Autry with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
Boy, every time I see speed like that off the edge, Charles, I just don't know how these offensive linemen do it. I would think that they would get called for holding every play, and maybe they should have been called for holding on that one.
Yeah, maybe not just holding, but sometimes you end up setting back in the offensive backfield a little bit farther to try to help you with the edge. That's a penalty as well. Sometimes you overset, they'll come inside of you. That's what speed does. It disrupts an offense. And right now, you've got to pay attention to this edge rusher on every single down.
Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Tershawn Wharton, the one to get him to the ground on the defensive side.
2nd down, here's Chubb again. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They'll run for it. Chubb. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain.
Result of the play is a turnover on down.
Play fake. Here's Dalton. Rush coming, and he's taken down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down of the sack.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Dalton. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. And Dalton to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away.
A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he's got room. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A big run there, 29 yards and a 1st. If they're going to try to complete this comeback, they need more runs like that from him because until that point, he's been virtually shut down.
And based on where they are right now in this game, you would expect the ball to be in the air. But his ability to break off those types of runs, you can get big chunk plays on the ground as well. And he just provided one.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Moving backwards on 1st down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra. They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Mills to throw it. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? Third down, they just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
That's good for a Texans first down.
Up the middle, it's Chubb. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down at the 21 or 22. 44 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. They run again on first down, Chubb. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3.
We give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
Back now in Houston. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Pierce going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
At the Panthers 3-yard line.
Again, it's Pierce. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Dameon Pierce taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Texans have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it was Dameon Pierce closing things out with a touchdown run. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. And he's going to go down. The Texans come in and able to bring him to the ground. So Dalton now. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Third down.
To throw here, Dalton. In trouble, and he's taken down. Mario Edwards flies in to blow that play up. There's Sam Martin now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the Texans will take over. Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. Fights through it. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
The Texans first down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
And again, it's Chubb. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the 36-yard line.
Play fake, Mills. Got this into the hands of the tight end, Jordan. And they do get him down
but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
You ask tight ends about their favorite routes to run, and surprisingly, this will pop up as one of their staples because they run so many routes in the middle of the field. How about this one? Starts downfield, bends it to the corner, great touch on the football, and they turn that one into a big play.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Chubb is into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
The Texans.
Mills going to throw for it. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
Will come up now, 2nd and 9.
Gain on the play. Brings up 2nd down.
Dalton. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. A lot on the line here, even for just a preseason game. Jobs to be won and lost. It's 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on it. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. We know this defense has some playmakers. We saw it right there. Well, really, we've seen it the whole game.
Isn't it nice to see that on the opposite side of the ball? Respect, my man, respect. The defensive guys are outscoring their opposing offense.
Yeah, they're outscoring him indeed with that score alone. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. They missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And the returner down to a knee. This will come out to the 35-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. But probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
Passing, it's Dalton. Throw across his body, and it's intercepted. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it.
96 yards rushing now for Chubb, and a 1st down as well.
Houston Texans.
A run for Nick Chubb. And nothing much materializing there in the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8.
2nd and 8.
They run it again with Chubb. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
They'll run here with Pierce. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal.
Leads to second and goal at the 7-yard line.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
But, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. It's a win for the Texans as we say so long from Houston.